Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is causing intrusive negative thoughts and how can you free them. To do this reading we are going to be using the Ceccoli Oracle, which I love very much, very grateful to have. So we're going to be using that for our reading today. We will be picking 3 piles together. So, this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, give me a moment and I'll add these right now. For pile number 1, we have green aventurine. For pile number 2, we have the lapis lazuli. And for pile number 3, we have the blue howlite. So take a look at which one of these Kali goddess form you're the most drawn to, or which one of these crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. It will guide you to the right readings, and as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi soul family, if you love the shuffling process as well as the card picking process and find it enjoyable and calming, just as I do, I've left this part especially for you so we can spend it together. Also, if you're interested in a certain deck that I'm using, I always leave the names of the decks that I use down in the description box, along with a link for you to check them out if you want. All right, so we have 3 piles. Let's now shuffle our oracle cards. We'll be picking 1 oracle card for each pile. I feel this one sticking out. For pile 1, I also feel this one. And pile 3 came out as well. So we have our piles ready with our oracle cards. Now it's time for us to prepare our tarot cards. And let's shuffle with intention. What is causing intrusive negative thoughts? And how can they free them, please? What is causing intrusive negative thoughts? And how can the 3 piles free them, please? And how can they free them, please? Right, I feel this one wants to come out. Let's take that. Okay. 1, 1. Right, so we want 6 for every pile. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These were ready. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. Weirdly enough, I feel this one. Great. Now, let's organize our piles. Put them in neatly. All right, so we have pile number 1 ready. Right. There we go. And pile number 2. pile number 2 is also ready. Let's add the lapis lazuli. There we go. And pile number 3. Right. And pile number 3 is also ready. All right, I guess our piles are now ready and we're ready to do the readings. Thank you guys for sticking around. It's always lovely preparing these piles with you. I feel your energies and I really enjoy it. And let's get on with our reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you have chosen the beautiful green aventurine. And you have also chosen the form of Devi Kali Shamshana. Now, I do see a similarity in the message with both of these, but we'll get to that in a moment as we take a look at your reading up close. Let's keep this here. And let's see what your oracle cards and tarot cards have. So this is the oracle that you have. It's really interesting. You do see, wow. I mean, you're going to have your minds blown. You do see someone killing someone, and you do see a sword here. And this is very close to Devi Kali here, because this is the version of Devi Kali that is most powerful. She is the Kali of cremation, of the cremation ground. And so she approaches with the left foot. Here we have the right. But she approaches with the left foot and holds the sword in her right hand. Isn't that interesting? Such a divine message here. Especially that Devi Kali's presence is very divine. It's like a divine intervention. It may first be quite shocking. She dwells in the taboo lands of the cremation grounds, after all. But it's here for a reason. We learn that we cannot control the workings of destiny, but we can choose to respond. Choose a response to the situation. How we respond to this ending chapter of our lives, or how we respond to the circumstances that happen to us. Your reading is really blowing my mind right off the bat. Pile number 1. Let's take a closer look. So we have 30 here with 3. It's the end of a cycle for you, because it takes 3 numbers to create a pattern. It's the smallest number we need to create a pattern. So there's an ending here that happened to you, and you're starting a new beginning, and it's causing a lot of invasion in your thoughts here. Caused something. Something happened at some point that started causing intrusive thoughts. These could have been something in your late life, in your 30s. They could have been something in your childhood. We'll find out together. Pile number 1. It's going to, of course, differ between one person and the other. Also, by the way, the green aventurine, the reason I'm really sure that something happened here, for a reason. Your negative thoughts are here to push you to change something. There's divine intervention. And so don't take these thoughts lightly. They're not here to make you suffer. These thoughts are actually helping you learn something, especially that the green aventurine, a beautiful stone, not just a stone that brings you a lot of fortune, by the way, and there's a lot of green in your reading, but it's a stone that presents learning opportunities in your soul's evolution. So let's see what this is about, pile number 1. Such a deep reading already. So you have the 6 of Swords, and there's a lot of crying involved. There's a lot of sadness. Do you see that? I hope you can see that. All right. You have the King of Swords. You have a lot of thoughts that you're still processing, pile number 1. And a lot of the reasons why you have intrusive negative thoughts is that there are thoughts that haven't been processed. You haven't understood a lot of the things that happened, and you thinking about them could actually be healing, as long as it doesn't turn into a cycle creating victimhood. But a lot of these thoughts need to be processed, understood, and move on. Moving slowly with the Six of Swords. So processing, understanding what happened, then choosing to let it reside. See, another death, cremation or death, the idea of letting the past in the past, understand that things happen for a reason, learning from them, processing them, crying them out, and then moving on. You have the Magician, so there's a lot of power to you. Your reading is very powerful, there's no question about that. And with the Magician and the Aventurine, there seems to be fortune coming ahead for you in the near future. You'll be creating something very powerful in the future. And so this is showing me that whatever happened for your personal growth, and it's somehow helping you create something strong in the future, create abundance, wealth. All right. You have the Seven of Wands. You felt that you have been unfairly punished. There's this idea that life may have been unfair, that there's some sort of punishment happening. You have the Four of Pentacles, and you have the King of Cups. I feel like we have space for one more card. So let's do that before we begin your reading. So what is causing intrusive negative thoughts for pile number 1, please? You have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting that you have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Let's see what this is about. Pile number 1. So as we have noticed from the very beginning in your reading, pile number 1, that there is an unprocessed traumatic situation that happened in the past that left a great mark on you. And for a good reason, pile number 1. It seems with this special King of Cups here that this situation was really intertwined very hard into your life. Do you see how these situations are intertwined into the fabric of her dress? And so it wasn't really easy for you to pull yourself out instantly of the situation, to let go, to snap out, to pretend like nothing happened, to move on. It wasn't easy. And thus, this stuck feeling made you feel like the universe was kind of punishing you. Like you were meant to be punished. Like you would ask, why is this happening to me? It's like the world revealed its true face to you, pile number 1. And these ideas and this situation is the reason why you keep having intrusive negative thoughts, because this shock really kind of momentarily or for a while now robbed away your belief, your ability to believe that things will be okay, your ability to believe that the universe will be there for you, that things will work out, because you're in a maze here with this specific Four of Cups. You're holding on to this past and it's keeping you stuck in a loop, speaking about victim mentality, which we noticed from the beginning, you see someone stuck in their castle. They want to leave, they go down, and they're still stuck there. So it's like you're taking this experience everywhere you go, with everyone you face, with everything that you do. But the problem is that it's keeping you stuck in your place. And believe me when I tell you this, pile number 1, and I think you already know deep down, you're a very strong person. Do you see how both figures here, Devi Kali and this oracle card, have their arms pulled up, ready to fight? So don't rob your innermost power and claim it, pile number 1. Take back your power by not dwelling in the past, letting the past be in the past. Don't allow yourself to feel stuck and in pain. Process through these feelings. Understand that life works in a certain way sometimes. Kali's teachings show us that divine timing must prevail. And that sometimes certain involvements or circumstances must end. We cannot control the workings of destiny, but we can choose how we respond to these endings and chapters of our lives. Pile number 1. So we gotta let karma take its course. We learn from it. We realize that always there's a misconception about karma. Karma comes and we learn a great deal from it. In fact, we get a lot of blessings from it at the end. And that's why you have the green aventurine. What a fitting stone to the energy of the reading. And the more you learn to process through these and let the past be in the past and claim back your power and start thinking of what now. There must be some things that I can do little by little to take myself out of this and not feel like I'm stuck, that the world is in control of me. Nothing is in control of you. And you can choose to think whatever thoughts you think, and it will energetically take you in the direction that you choose to claim and think. Pile number 1. So what I'm going to do now is take another deck. We're going to shuffle it and we're going to find out together, what is your advice? What can you do to free these negative thoughts? What can pile number 1 do to free these negative thoughts, please? Let's ask one more time. Excuse me. What can pile number 1 do? I all of a sudden feel my throat is hurting. There's a throat chakra situation. Maybe you need to speak up because it burned all of a sudden for no reason. Maybe you need to speak up. I feel like I need to drink. Okay. Oh, this one also wants to come out. So this one, and this one. I don't take signs during a reading lightly ever. So, also this one wants to come out. Let me show you the deck. Why do I have it here? Yeah. So, you have the 6 of Wands. There's victory. Wow, what a beautiful card. You really feel that it's really light, right? It's really lit. In real life, the magic in this reading is unbelievable. So this is the 6 of Swords. You have, the 6 of Swords in conjunction with the 6 of Wands. Wow. And 6 means love. Change your emotions from fear, from sadness, anger, to love, which is the most powerful form of vibration. And think of all the things that you love, that you are grateful for. Put yourself into gratitude and love yourself, love everything wonderful around you that you have. Radiate love. And that will really help you move slowly out of this energy and cause great victory. Do you see how there's light amidst the dark? There's courage, there's strength all over your reading. Pile number 1, and I really feel like there's this message of use your inner power because you have strong inner power in pile number 1. There's no question about that. Shamshana, which is the form of Devi Kali here, is the most powerful form of her. So you have the 2 of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands. You have the 10 of Swords. There is a rise in this 10 of Swords. You have been stabbed in the back. You have been shocked. Something has been taken away from you unfairly. Or maybe dear ones have stabbed you in the back and something ended. Something that meant the world to you. But it was meant to help you rise spiritually. It was a big spiritual lesson for you. Pile number 1. Oh, this one is sliding out. Let me take it. Oh, 2 are sliding out. Perfect. You have the 2 of Wands. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Wands. And this one came out. We'll have to take it. This is the King of Pentacles. Let's keep this here. I know you can't see it. I'll pop it out because it's a very strong message here. Especially that it's in conjunction with the 5 of Pentacles. So I keep telling you with the Green Aventurine that there's opportunities, blessings, good luck, fortune in specific coming into your life. Especially that the Green Aventurine also aligns situations so that opportunities appear. So let's keep that for here and here. Let me actually put it somewhere where you can see it. It's a very important card. No, I'll pop it out at the end. All right. So how about, oops, apologies. How about we do that? Voila. Yeah, that's wonderful. So pile number 1, what I see Spirit is telling you here as advice. How can you free these negative thoughts? You do see the energy of walking away. And the more, that's your biggest message here. Walk away from the past. Walk away from whatever hurt you. The more you leave this energy, you'll get out of this loop and be victorious. Be powerful. Speak up. Say your truth when it's needed. Pile number 1. And as you go along, moving on, there is the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands showing me that, yes, I do understand here that it's not easy for you. It's a bit tricky for you to get out of it little by little. But balance is key here for you, pile number 2. It doesn't have to be perfect at the beginning. But the more you work on your prosperity, the more you work on maybe making yourself more independent, the more you try to find opportunities to bring yourself out of the situation, the more it's going to happen. Especially like we said that the Green Aventurine is all about opportunities opening up and being created for you. With the 4 of Wands centering your reading, I see, just as it was unfair in the past, just as you will feel that things are magically opening up for you very easily, where you'll be celebrating a lot of good luck. It's the opposite energy now, and you'll be wondering why you're getting all this good luck. Now is the time for you to reap. And so your reading is talking about movement. The more you create movement, the more blessings you will have. There's blessings in movement, pile number 1. There's blessings with movement here in your reading. That's very apparent. And the more you move, the more you try to balance it out until you fix it. The more you help process it, the more you leave the past in the past and start getting a lot of good luck and abundance and things working out for you in your present and in your future. Changing the energy around you by changing how you feel will change the opportunities and the things that are coming and projecting in your outside world. Pile number 1. My last message to you from Spirit here, aside from the fact that you will be victorious, that you will use your power, there's the advice of you are very powerful. Use your power. This experience will help you rise spiritually, will help you grow on a mental level, on a even financial level. There is a rise here happening to you soon. And the advice is for you to choose your thoughts, to process. It's okay to process it, to think about it, to cry it out, and to slowly move away from it, as long as you choose to let the past be in the past and not dwell in it, because now it becomes, it keeps you stuck in victim mentality rather than it being processing and clearing it out. Pile number 1. So pile number 1, that was your reading. It was a pleasure doing this reading for you. It was very divinely guided. I feel honored to have done this reading for you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you have chosen the beautiful lapis lazuli and the form of Kali in Kali Mahamaya. Now, I love Kali Mahamaya. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's put it here first, along with your stone. And let's see your cards. So we're taking a look at what is causing intrusive negative thoughts and how you can free them. So this is your oracle card. This is how it looks like. So right away, this is really... the message is really in alignment. Whatever is happening to you now, whatever happened or is happening, whatever is causing negative thoughts, pile number 2, is really a learning lesson for you. It's pushing you to understand that you don't have any limitations, that you can achieve whatever it is that you want, because Kali Mahamaya, she puts us in challenges, sometimes blessings, gentle blessings, and sometimes hard, challenging situations that bring out courage and confidence that you never knew you had. And so this could be you seeing other people do things that you wish you could do, or you being put in certain situations that are challenging, whatever it is. Kali Mahamaya, she weaves circumstances into your life that will cause you to grow, to awaken, and to fulfill your divine potential. So it's definitely in line here. You might have been pushed into situations where it's triggering you to do something. You know, let me show you this before we take a look at your cards. So Kali Mahamaya, she's represented naked. And that is naked, of course, without any garments that cover her, because it signifies that Kali transcended any type of limitation. And so that's the sort of energy that I see here for you. These negative, intrusive thoughts that you have are there to help push you do something. This is exactly what I'm seeing for you. pile number 2, especially since you, along with Kali Mahamaya, you have the lapis lazuli, which is a very powerful stone. It was the most sought after and most prized in ancient Egypt because it helps with transformation and immortality. So we're kind of seeing the same thing here. Your intrusive negative thoughts, we'll see the root cause of them now, but inherently they are divinely there to cast off fearful constraints that maybe others have imposed upon you, connecting you to your authentic being. So this way you attract healing, you get in touch with your inner power, with your inner understanding that you are a magician by nature, that you can manifest and achieve anything that you want. So, and 7 plus 1 is 8. This is all strength, building strength. It's really interesting how we're taking a look at a reading all about intrusive negative thoughts, and it's all about empowerment. All there to cause you to feel empowered. Really, there's a word for it. Mind games, what is the word called? Yeah, paradox. All right. So pile number 2, you have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is happiness, wish fulfillment, you achieving your dreams, living the life that you want. So these negative, intrusive thoughts spiritually are actually there to cause you to look at something that you're not looking at. It's causing you, it's pushing you. It's first of all, it stems from the fact that there are some things that you want to achieve, and they are there to push you to finally open up your eyes, remove the limitations, and to go after all the things that you want, to live life comfortably. You see here honey, milk and honey, to live a blessed life, a sweet, blessed life. And they are there because there's a blind spot that you're not seeing. There are things that you want to achieve, and they are there to push you. Complaining, they're there to push you to achieve these dreams. Pile number 2. Oh my goodness, we have strength again. Wow, okay. They're there, of course, to build you, just like we saw with Kali Mahamaya. They're there to build strength, courage. They're there for your transformational process, for you to grow as a person and be capable of making your wishes come true constantly. That type of energy that I'm seeing here is the sort of energy where even if everything is taken away from you, you have become the power. You have become the blessing. You have become your blessing, pile number 2, where you can rebuild everything back up like that because you have become the manifester. And that's the reason for these intrusive thoughts. They are there to take off your limitations, take off these glasses that are limiting you. Pile number 2. You have the 9 of, what can I tell you? The 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, both signifying that you're supposed to make your dreams come true. Wow. You are fully capable of making everything that you want to happen. You have a lot of intrinsic dreams in your heart. Pile number 2. You are someone who's full of dreams. Someone who's not just living life day by day. You are someone who wants to live big. Don't what's the word? Don't not compress. Don't repress it. It needs to come out now. You have the 6 of Wands. Wow. Wow. Pile number 2. The 6 of Wands is a card all about success, victory, triumph. wow. So your negative, intrusive thoughts, pile number 2, are there to push you to build courage, confidence, strength, to teach you to get in touch with your inner power, to remove your limitations so that you can achieve your dreams, the way you want to live, the sort of finances that you want to create, the independence that you want to create, the success that you want to have in every part of your life. Pile number 2, your reading is getting to my heart. You have the 7 of Cups, I see. And you have the Hierophant. Definitely there to teach you something. There to push you to learn, to claim your personal power. With the 7 of Cups, I feel like you question things a lot. You are not sure. Sometimes you feel like you can, and other times you feel like you can't, maybe. Or maybe you question the different paths to take. And the constant questioning about whether you're doing the right thing or not, whether you can or not, or whether this is the right path or not. The questioning is one of the most things that you may want to choose to learn, pile number 2. To think about things clearly, because questioning is not here represented as a rational type of thought. With all the holes here, there are a lot of loopholes coming and stemming from fear, unconscious fear that pops out all the time, like popcorn, and not stemming from actual cerebral discussion that once you think about rationally, you will find the conclusion. These coming back pop up constantly because there are fears that make you question your power. Pile number 2. And so your greatest advice here, that in order to transform and transcend limitations of any type, is to think of things rationally, to stand on solid ground by sitting down, thinking about it rationally once and for all. And from that you get your power. You connect your authentic being and you start attracting what you want. You move towards it. Whenever you have any thoughts that hinder you in any way, think about it. Is this stemming from fear, or is there a message there for me? If there is a message, learn from it. Take the feedback and see how you're going to deal with that challenge and empower yourself with a plan. If they're just fears that pop out with no rational base, let them go. Pile number 2. And you train your brain to think like that, to push away any irrational fears constantly. You close these loopholes. They won't contact you anymore. Pile number 2. And you become a very powerful being. Oh, do I love your reading, pile number 2. So you're in this transformational growth process. And it's time to push these fears aside. You know, I'm remembering a beautiful Mariah Carey song that just hit me now. It's so powerful. Maybe you want to hear it, pile number 2. It's specifically for you. It's called Can't Take That Away From Me. You know the lines where she says, 'cause there's a light in me that shines brightly. They can try, but they can't take that away from me. Please listen to that song, pile number 2. I feel like it hit me for a reason for you here. And so there is this message of empowering yourself, building yourself, letting your light shine inside out, not being afraid to pursue everything that you want, because there's a light in you and no one can take that away from you. It's when you connect to it, when you claim it and decide that whatever wishes that you have, that you are going to go there and achieve it for yourself. Pile number 2. Love you, pile number 2. That was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in my productivity book, please don't forget to check it out. You'll find it down in the description box. It's small, you won't procrastinate on reading it, and it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person today, all while enjoying it. If you're interested in that, as I said, it's down in the description box. And pile number 2, I'll see you later, my beautiful, beautiful pile. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you have chosen the beautiful Howlite, and I'm very excited about your reading because I love Kaladhara, which is one of the forms of the goddess Kali. Now we'll talk about that in a second, but let me take a look at your cards and see what is causing intrusive negative thoughts and how you can free them. So this is your oracle card. This is how it looks like. Interesting, because this card is all about receiving signs. And this is very much going along with Kaladhara, because she is, as you can see, the bearer of the crescent moon and all female energy, which straight away lets me know that in this pile you are highly intuitive people. You're a highly intuitive person. You're full of magic, and you are great manifestors as well. And we'll be talking about manifestation here, because I wonder where the negative thoughts are coming. We'll find out together in a second. Maybe you're not believing the signs that you are getting. You even have the number 1 in your reading. I'm very sure the people listening to this reading in pile number 3 are highly intuitive. You have a lot of magic in you, a lot of divine feminine. You know, because Kaladhara is also about when the way does not yet exist, then it shall be created. A lot of manifestation here in this reading's energy. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, pile number 3. So you have, wow, already the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so why? What is causing negative thoughts? Wow, the Emperor, okay. The Ace of Pentacles, right. The Star, pile number 3. Are you in the wrong reading? I'm just kidding, we'll find out together. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Pile number 3, are you here to show off? What's going on here? And you have the 3 of Cups. What am I supposed to do with extreme positive cards here? Give me a minute. I will find out why you have intrusive negative thoughts with all this Empress energy going on. I feel like you're playing games with me. I got you, just like the girl here got the snail. So like we said from the very beginning of your reading, pile number 3, is that you're a great manifester, and your cards, pre-picked piles, are nothing short of what we can see here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, the Star, the 10 of Cups. And while you have all this powerful energy going on here for you, you do see signs of unconscious fear. While the Emperor is a very strong manifester, someone who knows how to create everything from nothing, you do see that this specific Emperor here is rocking back and forth in their place. You also see the beautiful Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. You do see a lot of arrows stinging the character in the card and everything around them. You do see in the 10 of Cups this girl's horror that the animal that she's riding, probably a horse here, does that look like a donkey? This animal that she's wearing is going off track. And so what I'm depicting, also, last but not least here, the star card, you do see that there is thread choking the characters around her. And so what I'm seeing in your reading here, pile number 3, is that despite the fact that you are a great manifester, and one of the things that I love about Kaladhara, I love what I've read about her, that she is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. And so a lot of big manifestation power here, but you feel the void because you're afraid that it will go away from you, that something will happen if you achieve it, that you won't move from your place, that it's not going to happen. There's a lot of buts surrounding your dreams and your manifestations. There's a lot of fears is the right word, and it's hidden. Do you see how your reading hid it from us from the very beginning with very positive cards at the front of your reading? And so below the surface of all this great feminine powerful energy, there is hidden fear, pile number 3, and it is the cause of your intrusive negative thoughts. That is it. Despite the fact that you see a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities that pertain specifically to you. In fact, this card is the number 1. 10 it goes down to 1. There's a lot of divine energy to you, pile number 3. You still, there's an unconscious fear of lack of belief somehow, that something will happen. You're always worried, pile number 3, that something may happen to you, that this fortune will abandon you, that it will hurt you, that you will go off track, that some sort of maybe problem may happen. And so sometimes it feels very safe for you with the 3 of Cups here to involve people around you. You feel very safe when others are involved. You feel powerful, despite the fact, pile number 3, that you are a divine power yourself. And so the biggest advice that I'm seeing is, in fact, lying right there in your crystal. This is the blue howlite, and it's all about tranquility, bringing tranquility, letting anger, fear, negative emotions reside. And so the more you work on letting these fears reside, which I will definitely look into in a moment with your tarot cards, advice from Spirit. But what we can first conclude is that these fears are really stopping you. Not only that, but they're letting you depend on others, letting you only feel safe when some help is around you or some team members are around you. Some sort of collaboration is there. Pile number 3. With the Ace of Pentacles centering your reading right there, I really do see the same energy of Kaladhara. Your reading is very coherent here, where she can bring forth exquisite blessings and big manifestations from nothing, like we explained, from the sacred nothingness. Remember when I told you she is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Unbelievable. See, within you, there is the whole universe. There's magic. And pile number 3, your greatest message is to believe in these very strong signs that you are seeing. You know you are very special and loved. And your biggest message here is to let the fears reside. What's the word resign? Let the fears reside. Let them resign from your life. The future moving forward is very bright for you, pile number 3. You're getting very big things. And it's time that you claim your inner power. Let's take a look now at advice. How can you free these intrusive negative thoughts? And in your case, they are fears. How can you free your fears? Pile number 3. How can you free your fears, please? Can we get advice from Spirit on how can pile number 3 release their fears once and for all, please? You have death, and it's a very interesting death card. Do you see how they are ending these creatures' pains from the oil spills in the sea? These sea creatures, they're freeing them from these oil spills. It's the same thing. It's like you have a vast sea. Free yourself from these toxic fears so that you are able to move on and swim freely. Pile number 3. So how can we do that? I will check it for you. I will not leave it like that. I'm sure Spirit will guide us here. All right, so 2 of them came together. This is the Queen of Pentacles, and you won't believe it. I read it at first glance as the Queen of Potential. So you have the Queen. Do you see all these big figures arising in your reading? The Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, which came together. I'll remember that. All right. You have the 8 of Swords. Right. Feeling stuck sometimes. Or let your fears making you feel stuck. Which is what the 8 of Swords is all about. You have the Chariot. And you have the Tower. Oh, there is space for one more. Great. And we have the Queen of Wands. My goodness, the amount of queens in your reading. Wow, so bright, isn't it? She's shining brightly here. Okay. You do see with the Queen of Pentacles here, she has the coin right above her brain, which in my point of view, in your reading, signifies that she is consciously choosing what to think, choosing her thoughts, choosing the positive thoughts over the negative thoughts that create this stuck energy. Stuck energies of memories in the past, stuck energy of fears that things won't work out. Whenever you feel that things aren't going to work, they aren't going to work out, or that people will abandon you, that it's just not going to work out, calm down and decide to balance yourself by pushing away these emotions, these thoughts, these fears. Treat fears as an emotion that you can choose to have or not, because the truth of the matter is, pile number 3, that it's a choice that you can make to push them away. You have that choice. And these are not my words. These are the words of a neuroscientist that I read a book for called Dr. Caroline Leaf. Her book is called Cleaning Up Your Mental Mess. I'll actually link her book down in the description box for you if you're interested in reading it. She's done lab tests with other neuroscientists for 20 years. And she says that you have the capability of pushing these thoughts aside. You have that. And so, do you know that you have the decision to choose not to feel embarrassed? To choose that, to push it away. To choose and decide not to be afraid, and to push it aside, to choose that. And so choosing empowering or tranquility, choosing tranquility over fears, pushing them aside. This way, your whole energy moves quickly, breaking the foundation that creates the cycle of unconscious fear that's lying within, underneath all of this manifestation power, where you rise as a confident, strong person once again, who you are meant to be. Pile number 3. And that is the biggest advice that I'm seeing here from Spirit to you. So pile number 3, that was your reading. All the best of luck. It was a great honor and a great pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for allowing me to do it for you. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Wow, it's 55:55. It's amazing. Also, please don't forget to check my productivity book if you want to be productive. Find it down in the description box. It's a small book. You won't procrastinate on reading it, and it helps you become a productive person today, all while enjoying it. And pile number 3, it was a pleasure, and I'll catch you later. Bye.